Hi guys, and welcome back to LPB Racing for the Cup Championship on GT Sport. This is race 3 in the Clio's at Dragon Trail Gardens. We're getting ready for a start. This is the reverse layout now, but it is reverse grid as well from the last race. So Bidzster, who was on maximum weight, because he won the last race, is in 5th. Lights are on, and then green, off we go. Good start by everyone there. As they head down towards the first corner, we'll have to see how much mayhem there's going to be at this first corner. So it's Nick Hash and TY on the front row together, and they're into the first corner first as well. Callum round the outside, Cyrex takes the inside, along with Bidzster. I think that was Firepower going quite wide as the Team Yellow cars, really battling each other hard here. As we go down towards the next corner, the long left-hander this time, the quadruple left-hander, not the right-hander, because we're going the other way around now. As Nick Hash goes right round the outside of his teammate. Brave stuff there, but TY's not letting him go very easily. As we've got Callum there being harassing Cyrex there, and Bidzster a bit further back as well. But remember, Bidzster maximum ballast in this, and Callum second to most. So as we go through there, I think there's a car off. I think that's Cyrex. Cyrex goes off on the grass. That's going to lose him some speed compared to Callum as they all go around there. There's Bidzster in 6th place, but let's have a look at nearer the front. Nick Hash and TY up front, Team Yellow 1-2, Cyrex and in front of Callum was being passed by Task. One up the inside, good move there by Task, but he can't quite get it done, but he might do on power, because Callum will not have the power with the weight on, and you can see there, Task just being able to pull alongside and might even be able to get ahead slightly, with Task with no weight on the car. Then down towards the chicane now. Task on the inside, Callum on the outside, and Callum stays with him and gets the place on the left-hander, so keeps the place. So Callum keeps 4th position. Bidzster on the back of Task 1 now, trying to look for a way around. But again, don't forget that car's quite heavy in this. Neil Farmack 7th, 8th is Seek, 9th Rodders, Firepower in 10th, running a bit wide there into the wall. Oh no! Makes a mistake, and Stacker's going to come up now and take that place into 10th place. Good job there by Stacker, and unlucky there for Firepower. As we go into the first corner, TY's on the inside of his teammate. TY and Nick Hash swap places. Brilliant stuff. So Nick Hash gets passed by TY, and TY leads the way now. Cyrex 3rd, Callum, Task, Bidzster. That's the top 6 as we go down towards here. The 2 Team Yellow cars. Line astern. Down towards next corner, TY with a little bit of a penalty to get rid of. That's why his car's ghosted. But the penalties are a bit over harsh on this track, but still Nick Hash goes a bit wide there. That'll help TY out. As Task 1, Callum and Bidzster are very close as well. Task 1 and Callum side by side up towards the complex. Into the right hand corner. Use as much curb as you can, and into this flat out left hander. And then round into the next one. And down towards the hairpin. Team Yellow, Team Yellow in front. TY still in the lead. Nick Hash 2nd place. Cyrex 3rd, and going for that 2nd place of Nick Hash's. Remember, Nick Hash has got 5th place weight on 40 kilos, so that'll not. It'll impede his top speed a tiny bit, but nothing compared to what Callum and Bidzster have got to live with, and Cyrex. But again, TY himself, he's running weight from the last race as well, so TY comes through there. Very good job in there indeed from TY, and everyone else following as well. Bidzster still can't crack that 6th place with that weight on board. Meanwhile, further back there's Rodders, Stacker, and Seat 1's gone backwards as well, so Seat 1's going really backwards, and Firepower looking up the inside into the last corner. Is he going to do it? He's alongside. Just can't quite get it done, but he's right behind him, more or less going to push him down the straight. And is he going to move? He's going to pull out and make a move here. But we'll just quickly go back to the leaders as TY still in front of Nick Hash, Cyrex, and Task 1 and Callum have swapped positions. Callum gets 4th, Task 1 back down to 5th now. Let's have a look and see how that ended up between Seat 1 and Firepower. Firepower loses out to Seat 1 there. Seat 1 gains the place. As we go back to the front, TY, Nick Hash, Cyrex, Callum and Task very close there indeed. Round this quadruple left-hander, that front right tyre taking an absolute beating, especially when you've got the weight on board, so Callum, Bidzster and Cyrex will really feel that on the tyres. TY, Nick not so much. As Callum, just as I say that, Callum goes wide, definitely feeling it with his tyres. Task will be on the left now, but he should have a good overspeed and he might even get past before the hairpin. He's definitely got the speed, but will Callum be brave on the inside? Yes, he will. He will keep on that inside and bang! A little bit of contact, but that's just friendly. That's just a bit of friendly racing. But he's letting Task go. But look at Bidzster. Bidzster gets a good run out of the corner. But again, he'll not have the top speed compared to Task. And there, Task just pulls away. And Bidzster and Callum are left battling each other. So as the Team Yellow cars approach the chicane, we'll focus on the Bidzster-Callum battle here. Callum goes on the inside into the chicane and takes Bidzster up on the curb, but Bidzster's not giving up on the inside. Oh, he hits the curb as well. But that were a bit of a shortcut, that. So I wonder if Bidzster's going to let Callum back through, is he, or is he not? Yeah, he is. Bidzster's letting Callum through, because I didn't think that were a bit of a cut there. So Bidzster lets Callum go back through. Very sporting of him to let his rival back through from cutting the corner a little bit. Meanwhile, Nick Hash has been harassed now by Cyrex. Nick Hash moves to the left, moves out to defend. Cyrex can't get round here. He's going to have to wait for another opportunity as TY runs really wide, but that might be just his normal line through there. TAS1 does the same. As you look at Neil Farmack there in 7th place, all alone in this one. A very lonely race for him. Seat 1's up the inside of Stacker into the first corner. Good move there from Seat 1. Clean as you like up the inside. Stacker a bit rattled by that, goes on the grass. And he'll have to try and keep with Seat 1, otherwise Firepower will be right on him. Again, for those that have not watched the previous 2 races, Firepower is Mr. Slow One, because he's changed his name to Firepower. So hopefully that new name gives him some better luck. As Cyrex now closes on Nick Hash. But Nick Hash closing on his teammate. TY not getting away here. As we go into the hairpin. Good lines there from both. Nick Hash a bit faster into the corner, but subsequently slower out, which means Cyrex could get closer like he's doing now. So Cyrex comes up. Remember, between these 2 cars, there's only there's 80 kilos difference, so that will make the difference on the straight. As you can see, Cyrex can't quite draw alongside, even though he did have an overspeed. There's TAS1, Callum, Bidzster, Neil, Rodders, all a bit more separate now, but still, TY and Nick Hash close at the front. Team Yellow 1-2 leading the way. We go round towards the first corner. Will Cyrex have a little go this time, or will Nick Hash have a go at his teammate? We'll have to see as we go around this last corner. Flat out in 4th gear, then hit 5th gear just about now. All the way down the straight in 5th gear. Down towards the first corner again to start lap 5. Nick Hash moves out and his teammate is going to go through to the lead. Nick Hash wants to take the lead of this race and he's done so. Into the car, he's gone wide though, he's gone too wide, he's gone really wide. And TY goes straight back through, and Cyrex as well. So Nick Hash too ambitious there. But he's got to be careful with going back on Cyrex because he's on the outside now. So the outside, not the best way to do things, but still, if it's the only choice you've got, it's the only choice you've got. So into the long quadruple apex left-hander. Nick Hash gets hung out to drive by Cyrex. Will he go for the cutback? He's going to go for the cutback. Oh, brave stuff around there, trusting each other, a little bit of a wing mirror bash, but no harm done there as Nick Hash, I think, is he ahead? Yes, he is. Brilliant driving there. Oh, but Nick Hash goes wide. I said brilliant driving too soon. Goes onto the grass. He's definitely rattled by that one mistake. He just needs to try and back off the pace, get back into his rhythm, and then start attacking again. But he can't do that because Task's all over the back of him now, and Callum. So Nick Hash goes backwards. Task1 up the inside. Oh, contact between the 2 Belgians. That was a bit of a forced pass, to be honest, if Task does take advantage of this. But Callum comes up in 5th place, right behind him as well. So, yep, Task letting Nick go there. So, sensible stuff, because I would have reviewed that if not. So, Task1 folds back into 4th place. Callum in 5th, waiting in the wings for anything to happen. But don't forget, Callum has got weight on his car, just like Bidzster has. But Bidzster's got maximum weight on, and he's been harassed now by Neil Farmack, who has none on at all. 200 kilos, the difference in the weight. So Neil Farmack, I would imagine he'll be past Bidzster at some point, because I would imagine Bidzster and Callum's tyres are dying. But Callum's doing alright because he's staying in the slipstream of other cars. Bidzster's not, he's on his own. So he's not got no one in front to draft, unless he lets Neil go. But that's not like Bidzster to let a position go, as TAS1 has a little look at Nick Hash. TY defends from Cyrex in the lead, but keeps the lead. Nick Hash defends from Task 1, but Task 1 looks like he might get a better run out of the corner, but he doesn't. He loses speed and Callum closes up, but again, Callum with the weight on board won't have the top speed. The weight on this game really does affect your top speed. It doesn't necessarily affect you too much around the corners, which is a bit off as well, because you're supposed to be a bit worse off in the corners if you've got more weight on the car, but it does affect the straight line speed quite a bit, so and it is one thing that has really evened out these championships as Neil Farmack runs wide there. Runs really wide, and that's given Bidzster a little bit of breathing space, so we'll be thankful for that. Nick Hash still being harassed by Task 1, and Task 1 being harassed even more by Callum, to be honest, because Callum's making that car look like it's not even got any weight in at all. So good job by Callum managing the car well, and he's still leading the championship at this stage. He's ahead of Bidzster, so that's even more good news for him, because Bidzster's his closest rival in the championship as TY's pulling off. TY's pulling off. And I can tell you what that is, ladies and gentlemen. TY had massive lag issues in that race, so everyone else was lagging on the track, even though he wasn't himself. But to our screens, everyone else, there was nothing wrong really, but on TY's screen everyone else was lagging, so that's why TY decided to let everyone go, because he didn't know where everyone were on track. So sensible stuff by TY, but very unlucky indeed, and that allows Cyrex to go into the lead all alone, not disturbed. Nick Hash into second place, then Task 1 up to third. Everyone goes up a position as Callum runs wide onto the grass. Oh, that's not like Callum, but it just shows you how hard he's pushing. And even with all the weight on his car, 160 kilo on his car, he's done the fastest lap of 149.9 on lap 4. Amazing stuff. There's Nick Hash. Oh, Nick Hash goes really wide. Task 1 goes up the inside and takes that position, but will Nick Hash have the speed out the corner? Oh, Task sliced in front of him, says, aha, no you don't. So, no, he doesn't. Nick Hash comes back up to try and attack, but again, 40 kilo the difference in the weight, but can make a difference, especially on the straight line, and that just shows, because Nick Hash, even in the draft, can't get close. So, Task 1 runs wide though. Nick Hash, Nick Hash is a little bit of a whisper of opportunity, and he'll be in there, but the same for Task. Two very aggressive drivers here, battling on track. All Callum needs to do is wait in the wings and hope for some kind of error from them two. But we'll see how the race goes on. So Cyrex in the lead then. This is the battle for second place now. Task, Nick and Callum all close together. Task 1 runs a bit wide, misses the apex slightly, but not too much of a worry. To go accelerate out of the hairpin. Nick Hash with a good overspeed there, but he's got to get in the draft before he can do anything. Bidzster there in 6th place, Neil Farmack ahead of him, so again Bidzster really struggling with the weight on that car. He might even have Rodders catching him up towards the end of the race, because Bidzster's doing 52s, or well, his lap times are very scattered actually, so he can't really find any consistency. Meanwhile Rodders has done a 50.9 the last time round, so definitely catching Bidzster up hand over fist. As we look back at the second place battle now, Task 1, Nick Hash and Callum still very close between all three. Nick Hash closing on Task 1 a bit more than he were before as they go around the last corner. Again, flat out 5th gear, beautifully building up the speed. It's a nice car to drive this Clio, especially with the racing tyres on. They go down towards the first corner. Nick Hash moves out from the draft into the first corner. Task 1 doesn't even bother to defend, but Nick Hash has got to get this braking point right someday, and now's the time. He's got it right, but Task 1 just drives right around the outside of him. He says, no you don't, in French, whatever that is, but still. So Task 1 keeps ahead. So it's a British in the lead, Belgians second and third. It's the rise of the Belgians. Go into the long quadruple left-hander in towards each and every apex. Miss that one slightly, go a little bit wider and get that one there like Nick Hash did. Task 1 ran a bit wide there. Again, last lap of the race, ladies and gentlemen, last lap of the race. So this is your last chance to go through as Nick Hash tries to turn in and Task 1's car there, so a little bit of a misjudgment on Nick's part, and that is all the invitation Callum needs to get right up his backside and start pushing him round as we go towards the hairpin for the last time. Will he be able to get past here? And knows the answer so far. Will he go for the cutback? But he'll not have much speed. But he doesn't need speed if Nick's going to do that. But Nick Hash makes a little mistake there. But again, Callum in the draft cannot capitalise. Look, Nick's just pulling away. So Nick pulling away from Callum there. Neil Farmack in 5th. Bidzster 6th. Rodders is being caught by Seek 1 as well. So Rod has been caught by seat 1 towards the chicane for the last time. Meanwhile, Cyrex is coming through the chicane. He's backed off the pace a little bit just to preserve the tyres probably. But there's Cyrex, there's Task 1. So it's going to be a Team Black 1-2 at this rate. If they come around this last corner without any dramas, it's going to be a Team Black 1-2. Cyrex is going to cross the line to win. Brilliant race by Cyrex. Again, very unlucky for TY earlier on, but Cyrex wins the race, followed by Task. Nick Hash comes home in front of Callum. Neil Farmack gets 5th. Bidzster's going to finish in 6th position. Seek 1's going to be 7th, and Rodders goes down to 8th on the last lap. So we'll get a quick replay on that. Here's a replay now on board with Seek 1 to have a look at what happened to Rodders on the last lap. So into the chicane, Rodders misses his apex there and just goes wide onto the grass, and then we go straight past him. So it was Rodders' own mistake, and then he comes across the line in 8th place. Seek gets 7th. So as we come back from that then, Seek 1's 7th, Rodders 8th, TY comes across the line in 9th, very unlucky with the lag situation there for him. Even though there wasn't any on screen, he actually suffered some on his screen in the race. Firepower gets ahead of Stacker for 10th place, and 11th comes home, Stacker in 11th place. So unlucky for Stacker there, but still, he's still learning, still a long way to go in this championship and plenty of time to learn. So we'll just get those results in for you now. Okay guys, to take you through those results then. So Cyrex was the winner in that one. Good win for Cyrex there. Task 1 finishes a good 2nd place for him. Nick Hash, well deserved 3rd as well. Callum in 4th. Neil Farmack finishes in 5th, so they'll be running weight in the last race. Bidzster in 6th. Seek 1 7th. Rodders finishes in 8th. 9th is TY. Firepower in 10th, and Stacker in 11th. And fastest lap goes to Callum, a 1:49.9. Right, as we come back from that then, there's your winner, Cyrex. He's the winner of this race, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.